Welcome to Sustainable Packaging with Corey Connors. Today, my guest is my friend Adrienne Zepeda, who is the Group Event Director with Informa. Hi, Adrienne, how are you?
Hi, Corey. Thanks for having me.
Welcome. And I'm excited to talk about these events that you host and that you promote because they're critical to the packaging industry and so important for all the audience listening to attend these events. But can you tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm the Group Event Director for the manufacturing events at Informa Markets Engineering. I am in charge of the 5 manufacturing events, and then I also have 3 other medical device events we do, but been in events for a very long time. I won't say how long, but been in manufacturing events for the past, I would say, 6 years and absolutely love it.
That's amazing. And can you tell us about WestPack? It's in February. It's near Disneyland. This is an exciting place to be. Can you tell us about this event?
Yeah, definitely. So WestPack, like you said, takes place every year in February. This coming edition in 2023 will be February 7th through the 9th. The best time of year to get away to sunny Anaheim, California, especially if you're in the Midwest like me.
Very true.
So looking forward to that. But WestPack is one of our biggest shows. It sits alongside our MD&M West show, which focuses on medical device manufacturing, as well as ATX West, which is our automation and robotics show, and then D&M West, which is design and manufacturing, so everything prototyping, additive manufacturing, and then last but not least is Plastic West, which focuses on molding, dyes, polymers, all that good stuff. But yeah, a lot going on, 5 co-located events, but obviously for this audience, it's all about packaging, which we love.
Yeah, we do. And honestly, most of those other things are very related to what we talk about on a daily basis, robotics and the future of plastics and even injection molding and things like that. We need to figure out how to be more sustainable for those. And I think hope to see a lot of innovation at your events. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, definitely. Sustainability is a very important topic across all industries, but especially within manufacturing.
Yes. Yes, and it's with the onset of extended producer responsibility will become, frankly, the law eventually, in my opinion. I think a 3rd state just announced their intent to move forward with an extended producer responsibility law, which in my opinion is a great next step. As long as it's handled correctly, it will keep us all accountable and make everything more sustainable. It's gonna be great.
Definitely.
Excellent.
I agree. Yeah.
So this show also happens in Minnesota and New York. So this is one of 3 locations. I assume this is your favorite location. Is that right?
I hope it's everyone's favorite location.
No offense to Minnesota or New York.
Never, absolutely not. Please, visit there also. But no, Anaheim is our biggest event of our what we call our co-located shows. And we do host this show amongst some of our other brands as well. In June, we'll be in New York at Javits Center. And then October, we'll move over to Minneapolis there. And then for any North American people in the Canadian area, we also will be hosting this event in Toronto. So we're all over the map in terms of, having this brand available.
I didn't know about that in Toronto. That's amazing. I haven't been there yet. I went to Montreal recently, but excited to see Toronto.
Yeah, it's great. It's a mirror image of Chicago.
I bet. I've heard good things. My friend Adam Peake just went there recently. He said it was amazing. But you mentioned before we were recording about something called Feather. And I'm excited to tell the audience about this because I think if they're interested in having a booth at your shows, this will be incredible value to them. Can you walk us through how that works?
Yeah, absolutely. So as with all of the things that we do, we offer a huge amount of tools to help all of our exhibitors succeed. I can get into some of those others too, but most importantly, I think is Feather. And it's a program that we partner with and we supply for our exhibitors. It's included in the cost of their booth. It's not an additional fee. It's not an additional sign up. It's something that's automatically available to them. And it's a 3rd-party platform that they can go in. There's a dashboard and we include in there all of our banner ads that will help promote our show. So whatever show you're affiliated with, there's a banner ad there for you. We also have an all show banner ad that includes all of the show brands. In addition to that, we have a templated email, which is used for the exhibitors to upload their customer data, and then they can send out an email just letting all of their customers know that they're going to be at the show. And it comes pre-populated, so there's no work involved other than a quick upload of an Excel spreadsheet. And two best parts of this whole system. One is that because it's a third party, we don't see any of that data. So all of the data is completely safe. It's pushed through using the platform, and that's it. There's no, held data. There's no reuse of the data. We don't see it even. We can't see it even if we wanted to.
Right.
And then the second piece is whenever anyone uses any of the marketing materials that we use within the platform and someone registers using their code, the exhibitor gets to see a list of everyone who has signed up and registered, and it includes their contact information. So they're able to reach out to these folks and say, hey, see, you're coming to the show, happy to set up an appointment or a meeting with you on site, excited to meet you, whatever it may be. But it's really an affirmation too of all the hard work they're doing and putting, this material out, and then to see who's paying attention, who's listening, and an opportunity to meet with them on site.
Very exciting. And I think that is a huge value to people because they're going to get a lot of bang for their buck when they come to your show. Yeah. And they're going to advertise to all of their customers and potential customers about what they're doing in the world of packaging or robotics or whatever their niche is.
Yeah.
So sounds like an amazing system.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a nice way to get the word out. I always say, people aren't going to know you're there unless you tell them. And it's just a real quick and easy way. I know everyone's so busy to manage one more thing. It's just a nice, quick, easy way that takes it off their plate real quick.
Right. And before we were talking about Adam Peak and Avelio Matos and myself speaking at the event. So very excited about that. And I think we'll be talking about social media and maybe podcasting and some other things that will add a lot of value to the people attending. Any other speakers there besides the three of us that you're excited about, or can you announce anybody yet?
Yeah, that's the best question, right?
Yeah.
We do have quite a bit going on through the event. The most exciting piece, kind of like you mentioned, you guys are going to be on site doing some presentations for us. And that's all made possible by the new addition of our Pack Place Theater that we're going to be hosting on the show floor within WestPack. I felt, one area that we were really missing out on was content curated to the packaging industry. We do a lot around advanced manufacturing, our medical database. We have a lot on our design and even plastic, but I felt that missing piece that we weren't really strong in was that education piece. So very excited to have you guys participate, be a part of the event, bring your expertise for the packaging community. We do have 3 days actually of content in Pack Place. Our first day, we're focusing on healthcare packaging, very important topic for us. And then also on day 2, we're focusing on cannabis packaging. And then on day 3, we're hit on a lot of different topics, but really focusing in on that food and beverage community, and what they need to know. So sustainability will be mentioned, materials will be mentioned for sure, especially when it comes to safety around cannabis packaging. And then we do have a track within our Discover, Engineer, Build conference program where you guys are going to hopefully be able to help us out with some brand awareness around social media.
Excellent. Very exciting. And you're right. These are difficult areas of packaging. Some companies I know won't even do cannabis packaging. It's too hard. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. It's so difficult to keep up with the rules and regulations. But then some people are absolute experts in it, and this is my niche, and I'm going to be a positive light in this field. So I'm excited to learn more about packaging always. I'm a sponge. Even after 25 years in this industry, I still learn something new every day. But no, very much looking forward to attending these events, the ones I'm not speaking at, and just listening and learning. So.
Yeah, definitely. It's like you can never know too much. And it's with so much regulation across healthcare packaging, cannabis packaging, with rules and new laws coming out around sustainability, like you mentioned before, shows like this is just a great opportunity, not only to keep up to date with everything that's happening, but also hear from peer to peer, and then, have the suppliers there to get the solutions you need as well. So it's a full circle.
So tell me a little bit about the kinds of professionals that should come to this event. I know it's people like me that are in the packaging industry and as work for a company like Landsberg Aurora as in sales and consulting, but who else should be coming?
Yeah, great question. Fun.
Yeah.
Bring a
Right.
friend. No,
Yeah,
no,
for
really,
sure.
it's all about, we focus in a lot on engineering, so it's those packaging engineers, the design engineers, product development, even we purchasing, procurement. We focus in a lot too on C-suite, getting those
Mhm.
decision makers in there and making sure that they're part of that process, and that our exhibitors too are talking to the right people to get solutions in hand. So it's really an all hands on deck. I feel the plant managers even need to be there when they're making decisions
Yeah.
around machinery and things like that too. When I say everyone, I say that sarcastically, but really when it comes down to is everyone within manufacturing. If you're got a project coming up, if you don't have a project coming up and just need to source new suppliers, especially
Right.
with, I hate to say it, supply chain issues, but it doesn't hurt to have backup plans too. So, but yeah, we really focus in on that engineer C-suite category.
Yeah, well said, and very true. Oftentimes we'll engineer a new packaging system. And one of the things that I like to do is go talk to the people that are actually going to be putting this thing together.
Yeah.
And so someone like a production manager or even a production lead who's hands-on with the product, they should be coming to events like this, in my opinion, to not only learn, but to suggest ideas. Hey,
Yeah.
have you thought of this? This would be cool. Or we've had an issue with this kind of system. Why don't we try something different?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Definitely. Yeah. Good points for sure.
And like you said, a nice change in environment for most of us. I live in Oregon, so it'll be nice to fly down to California in February. I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you tell us how to sign up and for a booth or to attend or both?
Yeah, absolutely. All you have to do is go to imengineeringwest.com. You can get all the information you need about our shows. Each show brand has a page for you to review, as well as correlated education, our networking events. We have lots of fun things planned. We do a welcome reception with live music outside, which is really great because even in February in California, it's still nicer than most places. We also have a beer garden. We do some booth crawls. We do tons of supplier receptions and partner receptions going on. There's not a lack of things to do for sure, but all you gotta do is, imengineeringwest.com, hit that register today button, or you can click over to our exhibit tab and we have lots of information there, as well as phone numbers, emails, ways for you to connect and get in touch with somebody.
Thank you so much, Adrienne, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in person in February.
Thank you so much.